Welcome to this video. You guys know while we're here or why we are here. I'm gonna be sharing 10 different Black booktubers in this video, and I know that you guys love these videos because I've done them time and time again. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up because I will say that this is not the video that like gets the most views or is like the easiest to be found. And I think mostly it's because you have to like specifically search Black booktubers in YouTube to like find a video like this, but I know that there are so many of you who love seeing diverse creators and maybe don't have a way to find those creators. So I'm hoping that this can kind of be a hub for that. I've created 6 other videos like this, so if you guys stumble upon this video and you enjoyed it, you guys can actually go below and look at all the other videos that I've shared. 10 booktubers in literally every other video. So you're gonna get tons of different booktubers to follow. All of these creators are incredible and are some of my favorites, and I know that you guys are gonna love them as much as I do. So yeah, let's get into this video. Make sure you guys give it a thumbs up, and if you guys enjoy this type of content, then make sure you guys subscribe because I share lots of bookish chats here as well. First and foremost, I'm gonna share my channel as a booktuber that you can follow who is Black. I love sharing diverse reads. I love reading outside. I also love just like giving cozy vibes. I think it is so important to read diversely, and I share that very often in my videos. And I also try to find books by like indie authors who maybe aren't in Barnes & Noble or who just aren't like super hyped up yet, because I think that that is like a really cool way to not only support the artist, but to find a really cool story that maybe you haven't found in like another avenue. So yeah, definitely make sure that you guys are hanging out here. And another booktuber that I know that you guys will love is, I think her name is Melissa Black. Do not like get mad at how I'm gonna pronounce so many of these creators' names. I'm going to do my very best. My name is Shaughnessy, by the way. I feel like so many of you guys have asked in a lot of my videos to say my name in like, I don't know, the beginning of my videos, and I literally always forget. Some of you guys are like, how do you pronounce it? How do you say it? It is pronounced Shaughnessy for those of you guys who don't know, but Melissa Black is such a fun creator to follow. She shares lots of book recs, but she also has the bubbliest, happiest personality that you will probably see. And she also loves like Disney, and she loves bright colors, and it's just so fun like seeing where she travels to go to different like bookstores. I feel like the reason why I love her channel is because whenever I go to her channel, she's always checking out a new bookstore in a new area because she does travel a lot. And I feel like that is like a really cool thing that you don't see very often, because she is checking out bookstores that maybe aren't as hyped up as like the typical, you know, Barnes & Noble in New York City or Powell's bookstore, or you know what I mean? Like the really prominent bookstores that we all know and love. So I really love her channel for that. Another booktuber that I love, they're all in my notes, so I have all of them here, but I feel like I've chatted about this booktuber on one of my videos before because I genuinely could not wait to create a video like this to tell you guys about her channel. I think the last video that I made like this was actually 4 months ago, and let me know if you guys want to see these more often, because I get so many like booktubers that like come up on my feed on YouTube, because I have made it a point that anytime a booktuber comes up that is like sharing diverse reads or who is Black or who maybe just isn't like super hyped up, I will try to like click on their video and watch it. So I've kind of trained the algorithm to like share more creators like this with me, which is incredible. I love that for me. But Bryn Green is such a joy to watch. She is sunshine in human form. I don't even know where she lives, but she reads outside so often, and it encourages me to read outside. She also has this like little, I don't know if it's like a cabin or what, but like it's giving treehouse vibes, and she has like this space to herself outside of like her home where like her family and stuff is, and you see all of her books in there. It's decorated how she wants it to be decorated. It is such a cute, cozy reading space, but I love following her and her like reading journey because she's just so fun and so positive and so like enjoyable to watch. I also feel like she has really unique like reading videos, and it makes it fun for me to experience her reading through like the eyes of like a creative lens. Like she'll have like just different video ideas I haven't seen before. So I really love her channel. I think I shared her channel in a video. I can't even remember what video it was specifically, but I remember sharing her channel and being like, oh my God, you guys have to go to her channel. She's like my new obsession. Like I've watched every video of hers and love her channel so much. She also is homeschooled, and I was homeschooled all throughout like middle school, elementary school, high school. So I think that that was like also something really like cool that I resonated with whenever I saw her channel, because you don't see that very often. Another creator that I've recently stumbled upon that I am absolutely loving, her name is Being Daphne. And I think I love her channel because she gives very long bookish chats, and I feel like that is almost like a dying art. Like I need you to talk about the book. Like I need you to talk about it and give me like an in-depth synopsis. Don't spoil it, but definitely like tell me your thoughts. And I feel like reading vlogs are probably my favorite thing to watch because it gets me excited about the book that the person is reading. And she shares like very in-depth thoughts about the books that she's reading. She's also married and she's a runner, and I love seeing like the side hobbies that like readers have, because like we love to read, but we also love to do a million and one other things. And she shares like her races that she runs. She lives in New York City, and it's just really cool to see that part of her life too. But her in-depth reviews of books make me so excited to read them. She recently read Annie Bot, which is actually a book that I picked up to read, and she gave it 5 stars. And I was like, oh, bet, like I want to read that book now, because not only did she give it 5 stars, she shared like all these specific reasons why she gave the book 5 stars and why she loved it so much, which is the reason why I watch reading vlogs. Like I want to know why you love the book, like what emotions it brought out in you and how you connected with it or how you connected with the characters. And so I don't know, it just made me want to read it even more, because I have seen some reviews that like aren't amazing, and I just have kind of seen like more 50-50 reviews on that book. So love her channel. I have watched I think like 3 or 4 of her videos, and they're like 40 minutes long, like her vlogs are, and I will literally just like sit and binge them because she's so enjoyable to watch. Another creator who I want to share, who is not Black, but she is a woman of color. So in this video I'm going to be sharing 10 Black booktubers, but she is technically like the 11th booktuber, because I wanted to share 10 Black booktubers, but I do at times try to share like other creators as well, because I just think genuinely women of color or just creators of color aren't seen as often on this app. And so it is so fun to watch. She has like I don't even know how old she is, but I know she's giving Gen Z. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, the vibe that she gives, her expressions, the way that she edits, like everything's so raw, real, unfiltered. She's so funny, and I enjoy her vlogs because I feel like whenever I'm watching her vlogs, it feels as if like we're just reading a book together at the same time, like in the same room. It just is very like minimal edits, and I eat that up. Like I just love seeing how she shares her reading experience, and it really just feels like 2 best friends just hanging out while they're reading a book. Another creator, and a creator that I want to make sure to share, is a guy creator. I try to share like 1 or 2 per like video like recently, because you guys have said that you've had a hard time finding guy creators, and I know that there are so many of you guys who not only like to read diversely, but you like to read books with characters that are men or just like different types of characters. And Desmond Z is a character or a booktuber that shares characters who are not just female, and he also shares book recs that I think are great. I just love his channel so much. You guys have referenced him in a lot of like other Black booktuber videos that I've shared. You said you have to like check out his channel, So definitely check out his videos if you're wanting, again, in-depth reviews where they're very like analytical, and I feel like I love that when I can get that like perspective from someone who maybe like lives a different life than I do. I also feel like the books that he reads are different than I normally read, which encourages me to pick up a book that I probably wouldn't pick up otherwise. And you guys know I've been in my genre of like, or my era of reading different genres and books that aren't just romance and books that aren't just like thrillers. I've been branching out to literary fiction, to contemporary fiction, and maybe even one day I'll branch out into science fiction. I don't know, that's the only genre I haven't really like dabbled into. But I love reading or seeing reviews from people who read different genres than I do, because it makes me excited about those books. So definitely check out his channel if you guys want that. Another creator that I feel like you guys will really love is one I was just watching her channel this morning, and her name is Rosalie Kinsey. I love her channel so much because she is so bubbly. Like every time she giggles like over like the silliest, cutest things. She recently read Jewel Me, I think it's called Jewel Me Twice by, is it Charisse Reed, or I can't remember. She wrote Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up, but she recently read Jewel Me Twice or Jewel Me Once, whatever the title is called. I literally cannot even remember at this time, but just came out. I recently bought the book because I read Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up, so I thought that I would like this book as well. And the hard thing about buying like books that you haven't heard about before is like you kind of just have to assume that it's gonna be good based on like the previous book that you've read. And especially if it's a book by a Black author, I feel like I don't hear as much like hype or just like excitement about the book as I do with like other popular authors. So for me, I'm kind of going into it almost blind, you know what I mean? But I feel like one of the things that I love about Black booktubers and following them and their reading journey is I get to hear reviews from creators who are reading books by authors who maybe aren't hyped up and are authors that I know and love, and their new books that come out, and it gets me excited to pick them up. So again, I picked up this book a while back because I'd read Mickey Chambers Shakes It Up, but I recently watched one of her vlogs and she read Jewel Me, I can't remember, is it Jewel Me Once or Jewel Me Twice? Either way, she read this new book by this author and got me excited to read it. She was like, it is such a cute book. It's about a little jewel heist, and like I was giggling through it, and at the end I was like, I don't know what's gonna happen. And that made me so excited. And again, this is why I share these videos, because I think it's great if you're, you know, watching like booktubers who maybe are sharing like a lot of popular books, the Emily Henrys or the Abby Jimenez's, or just like the authors that we hear about often. I don't think that that is a bad thing, but I do think that whenever you're only watching those creators and you're only seeing those same types of books, you're only getting excitement for roughly like the same type of storyline or the same type of author. And so for me, I try really hard to scour out creators who not only are just like sharing diverse reads, but also sharing reads that are maybe in genres that I don't normally read, who live different lives from me, like people who are living in New York City or who maybe are homeschooled in high school or whatever. Like I just think it's so cool to hear the perspective from so many different people. And Rosalie is just like really fun because she is so bubbly and she's so happy, and she is sharing books that I have not heard like any hype about at all. And I think that that's like really, really cool. It also is so wild to me when I'm watching you guys' videos and I come across like a little clip of you guys watching like these videos here. It makes me so happy. Like I feel like we're all friends here, and it just feels like a little bookish book club, just like via video chat, and it makes me feel just so happy to see that. So thank you again, because I think I saw that on one of like Rosalie's videos as she was reading. She had like one of like these videos in the background, and I like saw myself. I was like, this is so wild. Like we're all just bookish besties, just like hanging out. Because again, I'm talking about Rosalie and like her book reviews and how much I love them. So love her channel so much. And another creator that I really love is Amber Burns. Now, she's someone who I feel like is maybe someone you guys have heard of before. I feel like her videos are doing like so well for great reason. Like she is just so fun to watch, and I feel like her videos give cozy. Like when I think of cozy and like fall and slow and stillness, like I think of her channel. She has a very engaged community, so if you go in the comments you can see lots of chats back and forth, and it just feels very cozy. If you want like a cozy slow vibe, especially for fall, you definitely have to watch one of her videos. You will absolutely not be disappointed. And she posts very consistently, which I think is something that I really look for when I look for booktubers to watch, because you guys know that there's 3 videos here a week, like literally every single week, and that is so important to me because I love hanging out with you. But when I go to watch videos, like I want to see a booktuber who doesn't post like once and then doesn't post for like 7 months, you know what I mean? So a lot of these creators, actually almost all these creators I'd say, are like very, very consistent and post very often, but she is someone who shows up on the regular, and I just really enjoy that from her. And I feel like she gives a really cozy vibe that is like really nice to see. Another creator that I think is great is Erin Bates, and I like how she is just so, again, I feel like I've shared this on a lot of the little like chats with these booktubers that I'm like mentioning. They're all very positive, but I think it's important to look for the type of content, or look for the people that you would want to surround yourself with in the content that you view. And Erin, I feel like, is the type of person that literally, like, I would want to hang out with her. Like, she's fun, she's vibrant, she's positive, and I just really enjoy watching her videos. Again, a lot of these creators are just very positive and happy, so you're gonna leave their channel feeling better, and you're gonna leave feeling inspired to read. And I feel like that's how she makes me feel. Whenever I watch her channel, I immediately want to go pick up a book. And I don't think it's bad. Like, you guys know I bookshop a lot. Like, I'm constantly book shopping because there's always new books to find. But I feel like the creators that I really gravitate towards are the ones that are just so enamored with the actual art of like picking up a book and reading it. And I feel like she is one of those creators to me. She seems like she just loves books so much, and it makes me excited. Like, the minute I get done watching one of her videos, I want to go to my shelf, pick up a book, and immediately read, versus like go and bookshop, which I do think that there's some creators when I'll watch them like, ooh, I'm excited, I want to go like buy more books. And she like just kind of gives the vibe that's like, you have enough books, like you can read like what's on your shelf. And I really enjoy that about her. Again, she does, you know, go book shopping as everyone does, but I think that she just makes me excited to pick up my own books on my bookshelf. And another creator that I really love, I think we have like 2 more that I want to share with you guys, is Reading Over Reality. Y'all, please subscribe to her channel if you want like more urban romance or books by Black authors. She is reading them. I watched one of her recent wrap-ups, and so many of the books were by Black authors, and so many of you guys will actually ask like, how did you find this book rec? Like, how did you figure out like about this author? Like, how did you? And a large like part of how I find the books by Black authors that I find and share and like read with you guys is through other creators or through just the authors themselves. But I think it's because I have to like curate my own like little like group of people. I'm like, okay, if I want to find books by Black authors that like no one really knows about, who am I gonna go look through? Like, what kind of stuff am I gonna go watch? Like, whose content am I gonna like look at? And she is one of those creators. She shares so many books by Black authors, so many books I have not heard of before, so many diverse reads. And again, this is why I think it's so important for me to share videos like this. This, I think, is like my 6th or 7th video with like books, booktubers that are like Black and sharing diverse reads. And the reason I do this is because sometimes I will watch videos with creators who are maybe large creators, or they just like, you know, are, if you type in like booktubers, like their name is the first to pop up. And I'll watch their videos and I love them. I love the vibe that they give. I love how cozy it is, but I don't see myself in the books or like the authors that they choose to read from. So for me, I get excited to read those super popular books, but I'm not really excited to pick up books by Black authors. And it's not because I don't want to read the books. I think it's because I just like, I don't know, it's kind of like book club. Like, if you have 10 friends who are all reading the same book, like, you want to be a part of that conversation. And so the more booktubers I can find who are reading books by Black authors gets me so freaking excited to read the books with them, or just to like share in that excitement with them. And so you guys know I've been in my like urban romance era probably like the last 2 months, where I just like cannot put those books down. And it kind of is funny because I never really was like into dark romance. Like, I was like, I don't think it's my vibe. Like, I just feel like I'm not gonna like it. And so I kind of felt like urban romance would kind of be the same thing. It is totally different, but I didn't see the difference until I like picked up a book, and I didn't pick up a book until I heard another Black booktuber and Black creator being so excited about reading a book that had like that type of vibe. And so I don't know, I think it's important to just like follow creators and watch creators' videos that are reading diversely. Again, you guys know I read over the spectrum of all authors and all genres other than science fiction. We haven't got there yet, but I just love like reading all different types of authors. But I think for me, the excitement comes like for reading Black authors, especially authors I haven't heard of before, whenever I am consuming content from people who are doing the same. And she is one of those creators that you will not be disappointed when you are watching her videos. Like literally in one of her last wrap-ups, it was like Black author after Black author after Black author, and book after book after book that I had not heard of before, or book after book after book that I had like not read yet, and maybe I've heard of, but it's like not like super hyped up. So I don't know, just please check out her channel if you guys are wanting to find more diverse reads. She's an incredible person to watch. And the last Black booktuber that you guys definitely have to check out is Rochelle Alexis. I love her unfiltered takes. I feel like sometimes people get a little nervous to share their like own personal opinions. And I mean, I can add myself in that bucket because I don't get scared to share my personal opinions, but I think sometimes I get scared to like get backlash from people who like don't feel the same. And I'm always respectful to the author. Like I would never be like, this is the worst book I've ever read, it's terrible, it needs to be thrown away. Like I'm never like that, but I feel like I'm always aware in my mind of like what people will say in opposition to like the thoughts I'm sharing about the book that I'm reading or the thoughts I had about the book. And she is so unfiltered. She's like, if you love unfiltered booktubers that are sharing like recs that are popular, are like, you know, not super popular, are underground, are indie authors, are, you know, all the things, definitely check out her channel. She's so unfiltered. She will literally just like sit in her room and just like tell you how it is. And I freaking love that in a booktuber. So those are all of the booktubers, myself included, for a total of 10 Black booktubers and one person of color that I think that you definitely should check out. 11 creators that I know that you guys will love. I could do videos like this just again and again and again. Like it is so easy for me to share my excitement for creators who are sharing books that are celebrating and just like putting so much, I don't know, intention and highlighting these beautiful stories that are so important to be read. And again, I think about how like Kennedy Ryan, we love her writing. She is a Black woman who is sharing Black stories, and I think about how like so many of us were excited to read This Could Be Us that came out this year. It's the second book in the Skyland series. She's an incredible romance author, and I literally went and looked up what's it called? I looked up the book on Goodreads to see like how many reviews there were, and at the time that I looked it up, I want to say it was like a few weeks ago, it was at like 23,000 reviews, which is not bad. But Abby Jimenez's book, Just for the Summer, that came out this summer, I kid you not, that book had roughly that same amount of reviews in only a few days. And This Could Be Us came out in like February. So I just think that we have to work so much harder for visibility. And I know so many people who are just dipping their toe into reading diversely and are reading 7 Days in June, which I think came out like 4 or 5 years ago, and are reading Before I Let Go, which came out again like 2 years ago. Incredible stories, but I think like, I don't know, I want to see more creators, more people just reading diversely and getting excited about stories as they come out, in the same way that like when Funny Story by Emily Henry came out, we were literally rushing to the bookstore, like myself included. Like I was like, I need that book. went and picked up the book, read it same day. And I think because there's so much hype around it and so much excitement, all of us want to be a part of that excitement. And I also want that same excitement to be translated to diverse stories and Black authors and all the incredible stories that I know people will love. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you guys will continue to read diversely and share Black authors, share Black creators. You will comment below and share Black stories that you've read that you've absolutely loved. And yeah, I just hope you guys enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.